Today I will be taking up the fifth element of the earth called space. In my series of the 5 elements, I have talked about air, water, earth and fire. Now fifth element is space. Space is vast and beyond our imagination. It is the most widest element of the earth, which is forever expandable. It is called space and ether. In the Greek personification, the white sky above is called ether. The name ether is given by them, the Greek. In various narratives, in all the religious books, if you see, space has been used by the supreme power, we call him God, to show his powers, to show his anger, to show his protection, everything. God has used these 5 elements to show his presence to the human race. Be it the floods that came, be it the fire. At various narratives we have seen how the fire was seen, through which the presence of God is seen. The space is everywhere. Even in our body, the cells, the nostrils, the earlobe, the mouth, every part of the body has got space. If you see the percentage of the various elements in the body, 72 to 75% is water, 12% is earth, 6% is water, is air, and 4% is the fire. Now, if you see all these percentages, you can understand how weak the human race is. So much less fire is there into us. The fire that is taken over by the stones of this earth have been living here since ages. It's been here. Megalithic stones, big stones, they have always survived. But the human race has not survived much. On and off. Any imbalance between any of the 5 elements happens in the human body, and then it creates a lot of disease is created. And the end comes if there is an imbalance of these 5 elements in the human body. If you see the various narratives, I will quote from certain biblical narratives. Moses saw fire in the bush, and it shows the presence of God. When they were in wilderness, the fire was there. It walked over them. Then, if you see the book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 13 onwards, how when the Hebrews were tortured by the king Nebuchadnezzar, the Chaldean king, they were very powerful. Babylon was the most powerful kingdom, and they were taken as captives, and a lot of torture was done to them. Daniel and few of the other who were the Judean princes, they were princes, but they were well read. So when the people were taking these people as captives, they would use them to do the work of scribes, writing down. So this happens that when they were tortured, and Daniel being very faithful to God, he kept praying for deliverance. And when God had sent Lord Michael, the Archangel Michael, the angel with the sword, with the answer. He tells, and Daniel was put in the den of lions, but he was saved because with him was the angel Michael. And in this chapter it is written, because I have taken this because of the reference of a space that is mentioned in the Bible here. In 13th verse of chapter 10 Daniel, it is written, he tells Daniel that I took 21 days to come down because I was caught up in the third realm, in the third heaven, by the Persian prince, the devil, and had to fight a severe battle with the devils till God sent Archangel Gabriel to support him. So it took him a little longer to come down to the earth. The various realms, we keep saying seventh heaven, every realm is there. In various narratives in the biblical verses, which I have read several times, on the tip of my finger I remember all of them, how there are many realms, the space from where the help comes. Even when God is angry, he brings flood, fire. All this comes from the space. Even if you go to the other religious texts, you will still find the angels, narration of the angels, and the gods going up into the sky, bringing help. I will talk about the portals here. Portals are those invisible to the human eye gates to the heaven. The powerful beings that were before also, and some are now also, invisible to your eyes, or if they are with them, with us, we can't recognize them. They can go through the portals to the other realm and come back. So the space is very mysterious. I was reading about Mount Sasha in California or Mount Kailasha in India. These mountains have in the higher parts of these mountains, there are certain places where people are restricted from going because they have the alien contact there. It is there to study also. It is a huge scientific study to understand the space being so wide that even the first president of America, Eisenhower, not the first, but one of the presidents, he had the meeting with the aliens when they got the contact, and many things that happened, be the formula of atomic bomb or whatever, many things, and still happening, are because they are controlling us. The space is too wider. They have found activities on the Pluto too. Many things are happening which gives us a clear indication that the space is too wider. The space is too powerful. How it controls the weather, the human race, the things happening on the earth, the intelligence, and it's such a wide subject that I will take hours and hours and hours to talk on that. But the video has to be made very short so people to understand that the space that we have is very powerful. And how we humans, beings are at times spoiling the ozone layer. We know it, how protective it is for us. It helps us from the protection of the great radiation of the sun also. But we are not protecting it as human race. The space, with, due to our various needs, we have these factories and fumes and all these chemical fumes, they are thrown in the air, left in the air. It spoils the nature, the plantation, the space, the air. Everything gets ruined by our greed. Even the space between our body, the cells have space. How much we spoil. Overdoing of certain things, we create a lot of diseases inside of us. The cancerous disease, having too much of protein diet, having too much of things which are not good. Being natural, eating natural is much better, because if we bring imbalance into the proportions of these elements inside our body, the cells become dysfunctioned, and then the various diseases we have. People are dying so young these days because of that. So let us understand how the space is important in our life. What are our responsibilities toward the space? Study it more, and you will understand how the space within the body, cells, and even the outer space that we see all around us has got a great value and a great meaning for the human race to survive. Or we too will be destroyed, like many other planets, Nibiru and all got destroyed. So will the earth be destroyed one day. The space, the fifth element that I took, and given a bit of understanding about it and the knowledge about it, later on I will be making a complete video which is of great knowledge, because in my book, religious book, the biblical narratives right from the Genesis to the Revelation, everywhere it is the space that has been used for certain narratives, certain stories, and if you read them, Bible is a book of knowledge. Bible is a very, very interesting book to know the science, the alien contacts, everything. It is a book of science. I take it that way. Read it so many times, made a complete narration over it, and understood it, and still trying to understand it, which I will be sharing. On and off I keep sharing also, to understand how much the earth means to us. It's a gift to be born on this earth. Use your gift wisely of life, because as long we take the breath in and it comes out, we live or we die. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I have finished with the elements of the earth series, and the new I will start from now. Take care of yourself. It's a rainy morning today, but I've come out in my garden area where I usually make my videos, because till the snow doesn't come, I'm making it here. Then I'll go inside and make. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Do watch my channel Words of Wisdom Decoded by Anita Binipal, and this is Anita Binipal speaking from Mussoorie. Thank you so much. Do subscribe, like and share my channel.